You see, the mind is the most powerful thing you will ever possess. It can be your greatest ally, or it can be your worst enemy. All depending on who's in control. Because the truth is, you can think your way into poverty. You could just as easily think your way into prosperity. Your thoughts are seeds, and whatever you plant is exactly what you will grow. So if your mind is filled with doubt, with fear, with anger, with thoughts of lack of and limitations, and that's exactly what life will give you back. But when you fill your mind with thoughts of abundance, love, gratitude, and success, when you train your mind to see possibilities instead of problems, then you start attracting those same blessings back into your life. The quality of your life would always match the quality of your thoughts. So what are you thinking? The mind is the greatest asset that any human being can ever possess. It's the very thing that built cities from dust, rise skyscrapers that touch the sky, design planes that soar through the clouds, ships that cross the ocean, and rockets that travel among the stars. That's the power of a mind under control, a mind focused, disciplined, and driven by purpose. But that same mind can also destroy everything. That same mind has created wars, spread fear, caused chaos, and led many people to take their own lives because they couldn't escape the prison inside their own head. The truth is, your mind can be heaven or it can be hell, depending on who's running it. And and I know it's not easy. There are people all over the world fighting silent battles every single day. But understand this: those who've overcome, those who've built success, and those who found peace, they're no different from you. The only difference is they refuse to let their mind define them. Instead, they train their mind to align with their dreams. Because when you master your mind, you master your life. And did you know that the man who thinks he can't is absolutely right? Because no motivational speaker, no inspirational video, no quote on this earth can change the mind of someone who has already decided they're not capable. I can give you 1,000 reasons why you can. I can preach it until I'm blue in the face. But if you don't believe it, then it means nothing. I've said it time and time again. You already have every tool you need to succeed. But those tools are useless if you believe you can't use them. A hammer doesn't build a house. The person holding it does. And if your mind has already told you you can't build, then you won't even try. Because success doesn't start with the tools in your hands. It starts with the belief in your mind. You hate life. You're drowning in debt. You feel like you don't deserve success. Your marriage is falling apart. Everything seems to be crumbling. And no matter what you do, nothing works. You look around and you think, why them? And why not me? You tell yourself those people who made it, they just got lucky. And somehow you were just cursed. But the truth is, you're not cursed. You've just been commanding your life the wrong way. See, your mind told the universe what you wanted, and it delivered. Every thought of lack, every feeling of failure, every time you said nothing ever works out for me, the universe simply said, okay. Not because it wants to punish you, because it only responds to what you constantly think and feel. It doesn't move by wishes, it moves by vibration. And if your dominant vibration is pain, struggle, and negativity, then that's exactly what it sends back. You're not broken, you're just out of tune. Shift your thoughts, shift your vibration. Start seeing what's possible instead of what's painful. And the universe will start responding in your favor. Because the moment you take control of your mind, you take control of your life. Now, here are 3 steps to taking control of your mind. The first step in taking control of your mind is simple but powerful. You must know what you want. What do you truly want out of life? Do you want to be successful? Do you want your marriage to thrive? Do you want to be a better father? Start that business? Or finally live that life that you've been living in your dreams? You have to get clear on it, crystal clear. Because if your mind doesn't know where it's going, it'll wander anywhere. Once you know your purpose, your mission, your reason, you must train your mind to only think in alignment with it. You make your thoughts match the version of you that you're trying to become. Because that future version of you already exists. You just have to catch up to it mentally. And yes, I know a lot of people give up. A lot of people reach that breaking point. And some even end their lives because they believe that they have nothing left to live for. They feel forgotten, empty. But when you have a reason, when you have something or someone that you cherish, before you give up, you think of that reason. And it gives you the strength to push one more time, to endure just a little longer. Because when your why is strong enough, your how will always appear. The second step in taking control of your mind is repetition. What you think about daily eventually becomes who you are. Your dominant thoughts shape your reality. So if your mind is filled with thoughts of joy, abundance, love, and purpose, that's exactly what your life will begin to reflect. Because the mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. It only believes what you constantly tell it. That's why negative thoughts have so much power. Not because it's stronger, but because it's repeated. The more you think it, the more you feel it. The more you feel it, the more you believe it. And before long, your mind will accept it as truth. That's how people begin to feel cursed. Not because they are, but because they've repeated the same painful story to themselves until it became their reality. But here's the beauty of it all. You can reprogram your mind the same way. Feed it positive thoughts, empowering beliefs, and visions that matches your purpose. Remember, repetition creates reality. So when those negative thoughts show up, and they will, don't fight them, replace them. Shift your focus back towards your desires, your goals, your dreams. Because the universe doesn't respond to what you want once, it responds to what you think about most. And when your thoughts are in alignment with your purpose, your life will follow. Now, the third step in taking control of your mind is this: you must believe it. Belief is the fuel that powers your thoughts. The reason negative thoughts hit so deep is because you believe them. If you didn't believe those thoughts that say you're not good enough or you'll never make it, they will have no power. It's your belief that gives them strength. But the same mind that believes in failure can believe in success. The same energy that you give to fear, you can give to faith. If your mind gives you 10 reasons why you can't, you give it 20 reasons why it will. And if you're struggling to believe it right now, then make yourself believe it. I don't care if you have to lie to yourself for a while. Do it. Tell yourself you can until your mind starts to accept it as truth. Because the mind doesn't resist what's repeated, it eventually surrenders to it. The same way you trained your mind to believe the lie that you couldn't. Now it's time to train it to believe the truth that you can. Because once your beliefs change, your reality has no choice but to follow. Now I want you to understand something. You're reprogramming your mind. And that's not going to be an easy task. And that's okay. Nothing in this world that's worth fighting for ever comes easy. So don't beat yourself up when your mind resists. Don't stress when old thoughts try to pull you back. That's just your mind doing what it always has done. Instead, stay focused. Keep your thoughts locked on your deepest desires. And when you drift off course, because you will, just gather yourself, take a deep breath, and guide your mind back in the right direction. You don't have to fight with your mind. You just have to lead it gently and consistently. Now think about it. What do you really have to lose from doing this? You've already been living with negative thoughts, with doubt, with fear. So why not see what happens when you take control? Why not find out what you're capable of when your mind starts working for you instead of against you? And I want you to be patient with yourself. Change takes time. Growth takes persistence. And above all, never, ever give up on yourself. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how long it takes. Keep showing up. Because the moment you decide to master your mind, it's the moment you begin to master your life. So remember, you're off on out. If anybody tell you otherwise.